Okay guys, here is question 5. It says here the graph of f of x, which is a parabola, is drawn below. We can see that. And then it says here c is -1 is to 4. It's a turning point. Okay, there is our turning point right there. Okay, and then it said f of x, it passes through this any random point there. All right, so let's go for 5.1. said show that f of x can be given as this equation. Right, so now if you have a look at here, we know that the turning point gives us a point P and Q right there. So let's come here into our graph and then substitute that and then see what we're left with. Okay, so now we're gonna come here and put here, all right, ax plus p squared plus q. All right, so now we're gonna go and substitute our turning point, which is p and q. In this case, a is going to be x, therefore p will have to be negative, and then p there is also -1. All right, p is also the -1 there. Okay, all squared, and then we have got here plus 4, right? Okay, then we can go ahead. As you can see right here, this is what we're gonna be left with here, x plus 1 all squared plus 4. Okay, so now once you are here, you would see that okay, you need to find the value of a. The only way to find the value of a is to utilize the random point, which is point b, given by -3 and also -4. Right, so we're going to put our y value there, and then we're going to put our x value there where there's x. So it's going to be -4, it's equals to a. All right, and then in the space of x, we're going to put -3 plus 1 all squared plus 4. Then we're going to have to just simplify this. Take -4, take this 4 to the other side. We're going to have -4, it's equals to a. Therefore here we're going to have what? -2 squared, which is giving us 4. So you're going to have -8 is equals to 4a divided by 4 divided by 4, which gives us a value of a of -2. So now therefore once we finish doing this, we can come here now and substitute our value of a, and then say f of x excuse me, f of x is equals to -2 in bracket x plus 1 all squared. It's winter, guys. Right, okay, plus what is p is, or q is plus 4. The only thing that we need to do is to expand this and then simplify it to prove that it looks like that one. So what we do here, -2 is going to be x plus 1, and then x plus 1, and therefore plus 4. So I'm just gonna for the sake of time quickly simplify this. -2, we're going to have x squared plus 2x plus 1 all plus 4, then multiply by -2 throughout, -4x -2 plus 4. So therefore what you left with is -2x squared minus 4x, and then here you're gonna have plus 2, which is f of x. Then it checks out together with this one. They are therefore the same, right? So therefore 5.2. Please let me know, guys, if you are following. If you're not following, let me know on the comment section below. Then I'll do my best to make sure that I assist you on the comment section, or I can make a video trying to answer your question separately. Right, so now let's have a look at this. Determine the value of k for which f of x has no roots. So this is nature of roots. Basically, immediately when they talk about roots, you think of the discriminant, which is given by b squared minus 4ac. Right. So in this case, they are asking for no roots. So we're going to look for a situation where the discriminant is less than 0. So now, but however, what we can do, we just need to calculate this. All right. So they're saying h of x is given by f of x. So we're going to take the f of x and put it here. Plus 2, therefore plus k. Because why they are saying we need to add k there. So therefore, in this instant, we do have here, let's have a look at the value of a will therefore be this one. This is the value of b here. And then this together will give us the value of c. Right. So let's go ahead and substitute on our discriminant, and then which is BAC less than 0. So what is b? B is negative 4 all squared minus 4. A is negative 2. C is 2 plus k in this case, which is less than 0. So what we need to do now is just simplify this. Negative 4 squared is going to be 16. Negative 8. So negative 4 times negative 2 will give us positive 8. Positive 8 times 2k or less than 0. Right, 16, you remove the bracket here with 8, is going to be 8 times 2, 16, and then 8 times k is going to be 8k less than 0. Therefore, 16 plus 16 is going to be 32. Then you take 32 to the other side, then it's going to be negative 32. The sign doesn't change because we didn't divide by negative. The only time that the inequality sign would change is if you have divided by negative. So negative 32 divided by 8, it is giving us less than negative 4. So for all the values where k is less than 4, which means our graph will be here, our graph will be like that, guys. So therefore it means it doesn't have any roots. In other words, it doesn't have any x value or x intercept, which makes sense in this case. Right. Okay, let's see, moving right along. 5.3. 5.6 says that the graph of y, right? So this, we need to listen very. The graph of y, which is y, is going to be prime x, where g is a derivation of g. Okay, it's obtained from f if reflected over this line. Okay, and then they said draw a sketch of g for if g is less than 0, clearly indicate stationary points. Right. So now in this case, guys, they want us basically to go back. Okay, remember, is this, they are saying here this is a derivation of g and is obtained from f of x when reflected along this line. Right. Okay, so basically what you have in this case, the graph would have to be the reverse of this. Remember, for you to get this parabola, it means you derived what? A cubic function. So it means the cubic function would be x cube. Remember, there's a 2 here, so it means I need to divide by 3 here, plus this one, when you change it backwards, is going to be x squared, so that when you put a 2 there, this time this will give you 4, and therefore here you're just going to have plus 2x. All right. Okay, so basically this is your function, right? This will be our new function. So now they want us to sketch this. So I think I'm now running out of space here. I'm just gonna move to the next one. Okay, so this should be our function, 2 over 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 2x. So therefore now, if you have this, guys, so now what they're asking us basically to sketch, the reason there's no negative here is because why? They're saying that they have reflected it over the y. Okay, so that's why I didn't put a negative there. So now they're asking us to sketch. So I'm going to show you something, guys, very, very critical, very, very important for you to notice this. Okay, so now, so there's the reflection they are talking about is going to reflect this graph here. Okay, so it means now what you're gonna have, -4. So this graph would actually be here. So the graph of parabola would be like that. Yes, you can see, guys, right? So now basically what you do in this case, guys, whatever, let me just draw it in dotted line here, this parabola, and then there is our 4 there, right? So whichever point that was this point here, it's a turning point here. Okay, it's a turning point here. It would therefore be a point of what? It will be what? All right, I'm not sure if I'm explaining this correctly. At this turning point here should be our, there is our turning point there, it is here, right? So therefore it should be our new intercept, right? Let me see, it's gonna be like this. So this should be our function, guys. So our function would look like that, right? I hope you guys can see clearly. Just try to make it visible there. So our graph would look like this, right? Let me know if you guys are getting this one. It's a little bit tricky, but I do know that at some point this turning point is gonna be the intercept when we go back to the cubic function. Okay, so whatever intercept that we have on the cubic function, when we derive it backwards to become a parabola, that intercept will therefore become a turning point. Let me know what you guys think of this one. I will see you on question 6. I am Gaston Mapala, purely doing pure mathematics to make sure that you fully understand. Let me know what you think on the comment section below. We'll be moving to question 6. Let's have a look at question 6. What's happening in question 6? Question 6, I think we have got these two graphs here, which is a straight line and also an exponent graph. Make sure you don't want to miss this one, or you can click on the link, check out the description below. I have put all the questions thereof. I am Gaston Mapala. See you on the next one.